to get off of the lake as much as I was there. But in any case, 20 minutes out in the middle of the lake there on the ice with all that cracking going on, scary situation. Okay, Bob, very good. And with that, Dennis is gone. So over to Dave, VE2DFC.
VE2RWT. And the group VE2DFC, that is scary. And I think I probably told you the story. If I haven't, I'll make it short. We were flying out on Lake of Two Mountains shooting a promotional video for the Challenger on skis quite a few years ago. And I was in the back seat with a video camera with a guy in one, and then Ian and this guy's son were in Ian's plane. And we were shooting air-to-air stuff with the big church in the background at Oka. And anyway, we decided to land. There were a bunch of, four-wheelers going by and a couple of ice shacks and whatever out there. So we landed a little bit outside of them and started to shoot some video of Ian overhead in his plane with this guy's son. Anyway, I heard his voice say Dave, and I turned around and there was his head. And this guy's head had gone through the ice, and I walked out past where he went through. I'd walked right through where he went through, and he was in the water up to his neck, and way over his head, of course, out there. It was deep, and I flattened myself right out and crawled back to the plane and sort of held onto the plane, and I said, Ed, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he somehow rolled himself out. He levered himself out onto his back, and then he stood up and went right through again. And then he fought, and of course Ian was overhead circling around with this guy's son watching all this drama. And, he didn't dare land because he'd seen the trouble we were in. Anyway, I managed to do it again. He rolled himself out, somehow got his legs out straight and got onto his back somehow onto the ice. And he rolled over to the plane and grabbed onto the gear leg. But he was in bad shape. He was hypothermic. And anyway, I got him into the plane and I flew it back. He was not capable of flying. I flew back to Ian's place and we landed and we got him up to the house. And Heather was there. And of course, being a nurse, she took over and she got him into a bathtub of lukewarm water and started to warm him up again, but he was in terrible shape. He was shaking and flu and all that stuff. Anyway, he recovered, but it was a very, very scary time. I'm telling you, it was not good at all. Anyway, you gotta be careful, and you never know, because, it looked perfectly okay, but there must have been a current there, or,